Hey guys, Ron here. I had a video going about 3 minutes into it and it accidentally got cut off. I paused because somebody was checking me out big time walking their dog. That's all there is. I've seen 3 people today and it's all 3 different women walking their dogs. And one was eyeing me a little suspiciously. Look at this sign. That's good, huh? We call the police, Upper Nichols Canyon. Well, I can understand that. I mean, when you're in a, a $10 million house, you don't want... But do I look dangerous? I don't think so. What's going on up there? Oh, just screaming kids. All right, today I'm going to attempt to get the home of Cass Elliot. Now, Cass Elliot lived also down the street on Woodstock, and she also lived other places, but she definitely lived up here off Woodrow Wilson Drive in Laurel Canyon, where all the rockers loved. In fact, Crosby and Nash, I think it's Nash says they met at Cass's house up here, and Crosby says it was somewhere else. I'm not sure. But they all hung out here, and Eric Clapton hung out here, and Joni Mitchell, and the whole crew. And I may go do Joni Mitchell after I do these houses too. So anyway, we're going to look at Cass's house, not the one on Woodstock, which is close to here. I don't think the house is actually there anymore, but the one here. And like I say, she lived here for a bit. For a while, and I've done Cass's grave before, and again, I think the downfall for Cass Elliot, real name Ellen Naomi Cohn, was obviously the mamas and the papas and the sudden fame. I mean, sudden fame does different things to different people. Maybe if she didn't have the weight problem all her life, she would have dealt with things differently. Maybe she would have been less lonely. Maybe she wouldn't have used so many drugs. Maybe she wouldn't have gotten involved with so many bad guys, really bad guys, starting in the late 60s, around the time that she was leaving, leaving the Mamas and the Papas, which ultimately broke up the band. But, we can debate that forever. I mean, she had a great solo career going for about 5 years, until her death. And it wasn't just the drugs, she was going on yo-yo diets, trying to lose weight. I mean, John Phillips talked about in his book a time when he saw her shivering with like a mink coat on. Now, part of that may have been drugs, but also because she was eating like 300 calories a day, desperately trying to lose weight. Her blood sugar was so low. Marilyn Monroe had issues with that too. Blood sugar is an important thing, folks. You got to eat. Anyway, so let's look at the house. After Cass, Dan Ackroyd also lived there with his wife, Donna Dixon. And then right now, the house is owned by another celebrity. I won't say her name, but she's an actress that you'd know her name. She's been around for decades. I guess she's in her late 60s, maybe early 70s now. Okay, folks. And up the street there, and I actually just filmed it again, was Tony Perkins' house. And the Ackroyds, Donna and Dan, became friends with Barry and Anthony Perkins in the 80s into the early 90s. Unfortunately, Tony Perkins died in 1992. But let's check out the house if we can. There was a girl there with her dogs, and she was just kind of standing there for a long time on end. And I like to be on my own when I'm filming. So let's see. Okay. Isn't it beautiful here? God, it's beautiful here. It's so quiet. Although there are cars coming down here more than there were like 10 minutes ago. I'm kind of surprised. Now the house that I'm going to show you, Dan Ackroyd said was haunted with Cass's ghost. Dan Ackroyd is very much into paranormal things, as we know. Probably why he wrote the Ghostbusters movie, because that's one of his things. UFOs, ghosts, demons, spirits. It's just a Dan Ackroyd thing, apparently. See, this road is more crowded than I expected. Look how woodsy it is. I love this particular spot right here. You're 5 minutes up from Studio City, the San Fernando Valley. You're about 10 minutes up from Hollywood. And you feel like you're, in the Catskill Mountains in New York or somewhere. So woodsy. I love it here. I love this spot right here. And the eucalyptus smell is so strong, too. Okay, hopefully get a clear shot. Haven't been here in a long time, and I think the last time I was here, the gate was open for a little bit. I think the gate might be open again. Sure is. She had it blacked out for a while. Look at that. Oh, we're going to get a great view, folks. that's it. Mama Cass lived there, Dan Ackroyd and Donna Dixon, and currently owned by a pretty famous Hollywood celebrity actress. Around again because they're probably watching me filming them. So anyway, like I said, I think Cass's biggest problem was getting involved in some really bad guys in the late 60s. People who were connected with, in a dark way, with maybe with the group up at Cielo Drive, Roman Polanski, Wojciech Frykowski, Sebring to a lesser extent. Drugs were a huge factor. It's really sad. I mean, who am I to judge? Because in the late 60s, lots of people were doing drugs. It's too bad, though, that Cass, with her health issues, with her weight, got so involved in drugs. And it's too bad that she probably never found true happiness. Well, who am I to know, but a romantic happiness. She was only, I believe, 33 when she died, so very young, and lived a fast life in the prior 10 years or so. But she was enormously talented, had an enormous heart, and maybe if it would have worked out with Denny Doherty, who knows? Although Denny of the Mamas and the Papas also suffered from pretty serious alcoholism, which ultimately had a lot to do with killing him. So while my luck is going, let's take another picture of the house, or see the house again. So just imagine 4 in the morning and you hear Cass's spirit, singing, "Make your own kind of music." I don't know. You only have to go on what Ackroyd said. Boy, yeah, last time I was here, she had these gates closed and a black tarp over them. So there it is. Oh man, probably the best shot I've ever had of a house I'm filming. One of the best shots. Oh, and there are people coming. I'm going to keep going. Definitely somebody in the house. Okay, I'm out of here, folks, or on my way out. Anyway, trying to listen behind me, see if they're coming. Hey, they can close the gate if they don't want anybody around, God, just love it, so quiet. Okay, folks, we're on here. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you do subscribe, please hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button, and you'll be notified as to when I post. And please give the channel likes, folks, because that's what moves it along. Those likes get to everybody looking at the channel. I don't want to get killed here. And yeah, I will then see you at the next location. What's our time? Okay, that's a good time. And look, they never chased me down. But they're very security conscious here, as they should be. All right, guys, see you at the next location. Bye-bye.